We are?
Yeah.
Are you
I
sure?
look like I'm tan next to you.
I glow in the dark.
You are...
I'm actually an astral being.
My God. You're so beautiful.
Such a brat.
Cheers. All right, let's get
we
started.
got WoW mugs. That's
yeah,
crazy.
I got us both. Ready?
No.
Okay. Ding. Ding. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to
Hello.
our living room.
Hello.
Our
Hello.
couch.
It's our couch. Our home.
Our home.
I really love that we actually have a live studio audience today.
We
All
do,
three of our
all
animals
three.
are arranged around us, staring at us.
Yeah. Bean's over there. Darcy's right here. Eleanor's right here. Maybe we'll see a little appearance of them today.
Anything could happen.
Except for the people on Spotify, which
They can't
is
see
embarrassing
anything.
that you're missing out
Let
on.
them have it.
Okay.
Let them have it.
All right. But also go to YouTube and watch there as well. So this way you can see us. Wow.
Wow.
What's the deal? Wow, what's the deal? This week's episode is going to be
This week's
episode is going to be, we're asking what's the deal with the
state of Azeroth.
Yeah, with the state of Azeroth. Not
what's happening with
not
all
like
that.
What's the deal with the state of Azeroth, but what's the deal with
Well,
the
because
state
Azeroth
of
isn't
Azeroth?
a state. It's a planet.
Well, we're not
I've
asking.
learned this.
Well, sure, but we're also not asking. We're not asking like what's the deal with like. We're not asking about the state of the planet. We're asking. We're asking specifically about the state of Azeroth.
The
presentation
video
that happened.
The video that described the state of Azeroth as defined by Blizzard
Entertainment.
peoples.
Exactly. Yeah.
Totally.
That's
that's
where we're at.
We've got that sorted.
We got a lot. There was a lot of stuff. It was a great show with a whole ton of backlash, and I can't wait to make fun of some of that because that is.
Oh, I can't wait to hear you make fun of it.
Yeah, that was my goal for today's episode. Was like I want to make fun of the people upset about the state of Azeroth.
Hey, that's fair enough.
That's my goal today.
Is there anything more like a WoW player than getting mad about your favorite game?
Right.
Adding things.
You have to. You have to get mad about it.
I'll have to work
not
on
just
that.
adding things that you specifically aren't excited about, and therefore it's bad.
Right.
Well,
I'm not going to use it, so I don't want that.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Before we get into any of that, Deidre, do you have any updates about your World of Warcraft experience?
I'm cruising.
Okay.
I'm cruising my way through Dragonflight. I'm almost done, allegedly, according to people.
According to not just me.
Not just you.
That's good.
More than one people has said that I'm almost done. So I might just wrap up that expansion this coming week.
Yeah,
it could happen.
I think she is.
It might just happen.
The last I saw, or last I heard, you had just gotten to the Emerald Dream.
Well, not just. I've been hanging out there.
Oh, you're in the Emerald Dream.
I'm in there.
Oh, so like.
I think I must be like on the verge.
So you know, like the primalists are trying to like stop this world tree from being planted.
Yes.
Right. Well, it was already planted, but
they're trying to corrupt it.
Yeah, they don't want it to take. They don't want it to become. Right now, it's only exist in the Emerald Dream.
Yeah, it's a little baby world tree.
Yeah, it hasn't been born in our world yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're trying to prevent from happening, and to corrupt it and possibly destroy it because primalist. So you know Farak.
Yes.
Now.
Fire Dragon.
Yep, he's cool.
Yeah.
A little nutty.
He seems pretty nutty.
Yeah, he's a little nutty.
And now the Ice Lady's on our side.
Yeah, I
which
didn't
is
want to
pretty
tell
cool.
you that.
Ice Lady.
I wasn't going to tell you.
I don't remember her name.
The
something?
It's with a V.
It's definitely with a V.
She's really cool.
She's really cool.
So did you do the quest where she like officially joins you and you help her out? Doing something?
I think so. Her and Alex Straza had a moment. And Alex Straza was like, I did fail you. And I'm like, I don't know what that's all about, but interesting.
They were all of the dragons were that. The incarnates are like the true form of what dragons should be. Alex Straza in the Dragonflights as we know them are dragons that have been, depending on your outlook, corrupted by the Titans. Which was a little ripple in that. We thought that so much of World of Warcraft's narrative was, that the dragons were almost like saved by the Titans and empowered by them, and then.
But perhaps that's just a matter of
perspective.
perspective.
Perhaps that's not true. Yeah, exactly. The primalist in the incarnate seemed to think that they were weakened and corrupted by the Titans.
Yeah, but they don't know that the dragons have the power of friendship on their side.
Oh, but they... It's funny you say that.
Oh, no.
Just wait until you see the end cinematic from the raid that is the one you have left.
Oh, boy.
It was not good. I don't remember.
Oh.
You might remember this. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I was done with WoW. Like, I was pretty much done in Dragonflight. Like, I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
There's some characters that I really like, but other than that, like, the story, the lore, like, it's not hitting for me. Like, it feels very, like, very mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
And not bad, just
not.
Why not just experience a different, why not use my time
to do something
else that
has a more compelling story for you.
And that's what I love as stories and stuff. Darcy's being really cute and just has her head. You can kind of see it actually.
Yeah, just the bottom of the screen.
My issue with that was I was like, I'm pretty done. And then we went to BlizzCon, and that like revitalized my interest and love the way that they talked about how they were crafting a story and how story was really important to them, and the solo being able to like progress your character in a meaningful way for solo stuff and blah blah blah. The end cinematic for the raid you're about to do is what made me go, yeah, I'm done. Like, is like, you know what?
Boy.
This isn't the type of storytelling that I am for.
Oh boy.
But I don't want to say too much more.
Yeah,
because I don't want to.
Don't color my opinion of it.
Well,
maybe I'm gonna really like it.
You also know me, and the way that I engage with story is like, if you are giving me a fairly cookie cutter story, I already know the story.
Right.
Like I don't need to be told it. I don't need to be told it at this point.
You've already foreseen it.
Like it's cool when like, even if I know where a story's going, I like to be surprised on how it gets there. Mm-hmm. I never felt that way in Dragonflight.
Gotcha.
Aridikron was awesome. Like his introduction, I don't know how you feel about him, but
he's pretty badass. He's scary.
He's pretty badass. Scary. Did you do the mega dungeon? Is that part of this campaign?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
You didn't do anything with Aridikron and...
I've done nothing I would describe as a mega dungeon.
Have you had any like interactions with Aridikron yourself?
I don't think so.
No? Like he hasn't like told you any of his plans or anything?
I don't know.
Like you saw a bit with him in Farak, right?
Yes.
Where he's like, you have to consume this shadow flame.
Yeah.
You have to hold them off while I go do something.
Yeah.
Basically.
Uh-huh.
So that's him like sacrificing his brother. And his brother knowingly doing it. Right? Okay, but you didn't...
I'm not remembering it if it happened.
You didn't see a Riddicorn go through like a purple portal or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know if they're gonna give that to you after. Like I don't know if that's part of the campaign for a new player.
Right.
In Dragon.
Right.
Like it should be, because it's like hugely important for the future of what they're doing with the story. Riddicorn hasn't said anything about the Titans or...
I don't think so.
No,
but
okay.
I, again, could have just forgotten. I feel like, especially the last day I was playing WoW, I was more distracted by the fact that my mouse wasn't working. So I would not be surprised if I missed some story beats, did not stick in my head, because I was so frustrated by the fact that I could not use things that needed to work.
Yeah, I'm curious then, because that is like pretty important story. So I don't know if, like, maybe they just don't, I don't know. Because I've never done the new player experience. Yeah, so you're liking that. You're almost done. I mean, you're basically almost done with Dragonflight. That's exciting. And then you get to do War Within stuff and whatever.
And then I'll be like caught up.
And then
that's pretty crazy.
That's pretty nutty.
Wow.
Curious to see how you end up liking the War Within, and if it feels like a step up in narrative, or if it feels about the same. Be curious to see what you think. As
an outsider, as a newbie, new in the game.
Yeah, that's you.
That's me.
A noob.
Just a baby. I'm just a baby WoW player.
All right, so do you have anything else you want to add before we get into like the meat and potatoes?
Let's get to it.
All right. So we're asking what's the deal with the State of Azeroth presentation.
What is the deal with that State of Azeroth? It seemed like they had a lot to say.
Yeah, it was.
I know people were mad that they weren't getting like I don't know, spoilers for Midnights.
That it wasn't even really that.
Or whatever.
Yeah, so did you watch any of it?
I watched all of it.
You watched all of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On your stream.
Oh, you were watching my stream.
I was watching your stream.
Okay.
As you watched it, yes.
Gotcha. So it started off with some housing stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. Housing is doing, like,
they're
some work right now.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Like, they were very quickly announced. Well, we already had seen, it was already announced, but they kind of talked about it a little bit more. They're doing a competition called Azeroth Interiors.
Yeah, and it's like a few, like maybe like half a dozen or so creators that are doing some kind of house thing.
You get to see, like, it's almost like kind of reminds me of, like, if you ever watched Face Off. It's probably more like your cooking show, where, like, the cooking shows that you know, the competition ones, like Top Chef stuff.
Right. Give me the context, I'll understand.
Okay, so
don't compare to movies, compare to Top Chef.
So Face Off, they get, like, here is your premise. Mm-hmm. You have to. This week we are making Tim Burton looks.
Okay.
And then they give them a couple days.
Oh, you mean the competition show with the makeup artists? I thought you were talking about the movie Face Off.
Oh,
and I was like, honey, you know I haven't seen movies.
No, I don't. No. I'm talking the. Face Off,
sure. Right. Your theme of the week. You do the theme.
Yeah.
Ta-da. Yeah.
So I feel like that's what they're doing for the interior, the Azeroth Interiors, is like, here's your thing. You have a plan. You have, like, they give you time to plan, and then you have your builds, and then the show off. And it reminds me of that style of show, and I'm really excited to see that. I think it's super cool.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like so much of World of Warcraft's, like, esports, if you will, has obviously just been, like, PvP and Mythic Plus and you know, not officially raid stuff. And now we get to see, like, a different side of the hardcore audience of World of Warcraft. Mm-hmm. Like, I would call there's a lot of housing folks that I know, and I would say that they are almost more hardcore than, like, endgame raiders, for sure, like mythic raiders.
Sure.
Like, they're, like, I'm thinking of, like, Persephone. Like, they are way more hardcore than most raiders, for sure.
Right.
And I'm glad to see, like, some type of...
something for them to, like, get excited about, in the way that people get excited about Race to World First.
Right. Like, it's like, I think it's going to be really cool. I'm excited to see it. I don't remember... It's in February, right?
Something like that.
I feel like the dates were in February, so that should be happening soon-ish.
Yeah.
I think it was, like, mid-February we'll be seeing, like, that. Which makes sense to do it, you know, before... midnight, like, content, right?
Like, and I think that people have had enough time in housing to start getting, like, real wild with it.
Yeah, except for us.
Well, not us, right? Like, I don't think either of us are the type of person to get, like, deep into housing.
Yeah, I feel like I
don't have the creativity for it. Like, it's not a way that I feel led to express my creativity.
I will have spurts, I think, where I'll be like, oh my god, I have this idea and I really want to implement it.
Hey, Darcy, get out of there, baby.
Nice try, little girl. Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna do it in spurts.
Yeah, I mean, like, I will redecorate.
Right.
But I'm not going to be like I really want to create a theater so that I can have, like, a stage show.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to be me. It's going to be like I collected all this cool new stuff. I'm going to, like, make my house. Like, it's going to look like a house.
Right.
It's not going to be looking like anything except a house for me.
Right. Like, you're not going to build a giant robot.
Yeah, no.
Out of your
that's
house
not me.
And, like, Howl's Moving Castle type of thing going on.
Yeah, like, just, like, it's incredible to me.
A literal dragon. So did you see that in the, like, someone built a literal dragon?
Wild things.
That's
just like,
so
here,
cool.
Here. And I'm like, what the heck?
Or Mego, who we've met them before, but we saw them at the event the other week. That big ship that I don't know if you read, that's theirs.
Dope.
Like, they built a big ship, like a Colturian ship.
Yeah, and it's like, the thing for me is like, okay, you built a ship. That's cool. I would never be able to look at the collection of items that are available to you in this game and say, okay, if I take these 5 things, I can turn and resize them so that it looks like a ship's wheel.
Yeah.
I would never.
Yeah.
I can't. My brain don't do that.
I'd be like, okay, I see where this goes. I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and actually, that's one of the cool things that they talked about doing is now you'll be able to kind of build something and then save the whole thing
so that someone else can use it if you want them to.
Yeah, but also just like you can put the pieces together and then
copy paste it.
Yeah, copy paste it, like take the whole structure and move it. Right now, if you like build a giant robot, piece, and then you decide it has to be a foot over to the left, you have to take each piece and move it a foot over to the left.
Yeah.
Now you'll be able to like do the whole
like
batch
link
the entire
items
thing.
together,
which is dope. Like the amount of stuff, and then what you were saying, they have like import codes.
Which I think is going to be cool. Like, I know that was a big thing with, I want to say Sims 3 or 4, where there was like a website you could go to and people could upload their houses or items. And then you could download them to your own place, which is a great way to put together like the people who like to build houses in The Sims and people who like to actually play The Sims.
Well, I'm also wondering like what are people gonna? I feel like we're gonna see people monetize that of like, oh, subscribe to my Patreon or something,
and I'll give you the codes,
and you'll get the import codes for like this, I keep saying robot. This robot.
You just really want a robot.
Well, I was just thinking of like a giant robot
that really wants a robot.
Like looked like it was being worked on. But like, whatever, the ship. Like if Mago wanted to put like, all right, you sign up on my Patreon for $50 or something and you get this, you also get this import code. And it's like
interesting. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how they actually implement that.
Right. And like, is Blizzard going to allow that? Are they going to?
Right. Are they going to be having their own portal website?
Well, they're definitely going to do that. We know for sure they're going to sell decor items, but I don't know about decor items that are pre-made into like, something.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll see. We'll see. Speaking of portals,
the Dark Portal.
Hey, got him.
Yeah, the Dark Portal was. So this actually was really funny to me because I was hanging out in Mr. GM's stream before that, before like a couple days before, and somebody was trying to tell Dan that the Dark Portal was a drop from watching the State of Azeroth, and he's like, it's not, and people kept like fighting him on it, being like, well, WoW had said it is, and blah blah blah, and Dan and like other people in chat were like, then y'all need to read better because it very clearly says, watch this to learn how to get it, not watch this to receive it.
Words are hard, Cory.
Yeah. So people were like, oh, it'll probably be like tied to TBC patch of like, you have to level a Blood Elf or a Draenei. They actually just went.
They're just like, take it.
Take it.
Right. Log in. Literally just log in right now.
Yep. As long as you log in, you get it.
Anytime between 9 and midnight release, right?
Yeah, I think you have to have an active sub.
Yeah.
Which actually goes into, they also announced having a welcome back weekend or something.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's you don't have to subscribe. You can just check out new stuff.
Right, spend a weekend playing through and
free login campaign, I guess, if you will, which is cool. And that's just like a small little
an opportunity for people who might have stepped away from the game to get enticed back in.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that they're doing that, and then what else did they? So I think that's kind of it for like housing, though.
Yeah, that was the gist of what they had. I mean,
big.
Right? That's plenty. It's like we have updates of how it works. You have a free decor item, and also they're having a competition.
Yeah,
like that's actually a lot to.
Oh, and they did mention. Ian had said they want to have like your pets able to be in the house.
Oh yeah.
And
your
mounts in the yard.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's cool.
They do want to do that. I don't know how they're going to do that. Just because pathing has to be a nightmare for something like that. Like, how do you get pets to like, you can place anything in your house in any way. How do you get the pets to not like walk through like a bed?
I mean,
or do they
not to keep talking about The Sims, but The Sims made that work 10 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
You know?
Yeah, but like, The Sims has more rules in place. I feel like you can't like clip things like you can in.
Oh, I don't know.
WoW housing.
I haven't played The Sims in over a decade.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. Either way, though, there are some pets that I absolutely love, and I definitely want to see them just like walking around my house.
I think that's really cool.
Especially that new one that they announced.
Yes. Speaking of houses,
yeah.
the Habitat for Humanity pack. Like
charity pack.
Yeah. Roof. He's got a little hammer in his mouth, and he's been in circles, cute. And he's really cute.
And you get like a dog house for him, and a water bowl and food bowl and stuff that you can place in your house.
So
and then they showed him like, in the house and stuff. So like it might be coming pretty soon that they're doing that. That's awesome. Like I can't like, and then having like your mounts in stables and stuff outside sounds.
Yeah. I feel like that's a cool way for people to show what they have. Like you can only have one mount at a time. But like now you can have the mount that you're riding and then also drop a couple off at your house so people can like walk by and see like, oh wow, they did that quest. Ooh.
And like how much, I wonder how many mounts you'll be able to put in your yard too.
Right. Can I just put them all of them?
Like you just like surround your entire plot with like stables and you just have like, I don't know, 20 mounts in your...
That'd be pretty cool.
In your yard? That'd
like
be
you
awesome.
Just be like, I don't need a house actually, I just have stables.
Yeah, I just have stables. So you can create a little farm. Like that sounds really cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm into it. I'm excited. I wonder how long that's going to be until it's implemented. I saw Jesse, one of the heads of housing that we got to meet at the 30th anniversary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're based in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw he tweeted something about it, and he was like, something about like definitely making housing, like the housing folks are doing a lot of work, and then somebody replied to that being like, oh, I can't believe they're doing like the petting and the pets and mounts sounds like a task in and of itself. Like, what a surprise. And then he was like, what a surprise indeed. Which almost made it sound like he didn't know that they were doing that. And I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the way it read to me. And I was like, that's really funny if that ends up being true. So Jesse, if you're watching this at any point, let us know. Is that is it a surprise for you as well? Because that's really funny. Mm-hmm. So that's it for housing.
That's housing.
I'm definitely gonna get the charity pet. Like
it's really cute.
Habitat for Humanity, really and you get a cool pet in the game. Like cool.
Right.
Count me in.
Easy sell.
Yeah, and it's like 100% goes to Habitat for Humanity. Yeah. They usually do like a, during a window.
Sure.
And then it becomes, whatever else.
Right.
Which I think is actually just like a charity rule. Like, I don't know if you can have like a item that's forever just for charity. Like, I don't know how that works. Mm-hmm. And then we get to you want to talk about the classic stuff?
We can, if you like.
Start with classic?
Yeah. I don't know anything about classic. I don't think I would particularly enjoy classic as a new player from how it's been described to me.
It is...
I mean, like, it's a way to go back and experience older stories. There's that, but...
It's a weird... It's weird because in some ways it is way more basic than learning modern WoW. Mm-hmm. And in other ways, it's way more... I don't want to say advanced. I want to say specific. Like it is very specific. Like, because it's been figured out. It's a puzzle that's been figured out. So like, you know that this item is best while leveling up or something. Gotcha. You know that these quests are the most efficient. You know that... Like you know how to do the fights because everything's been solved. Like
tutorial things available in the world. Like it's all been figured out.
Well, yeah, but not by like the players, not like the game's not telling you.
Well, no. I wasn't saying that. I'm saying like if I went online and said, how do I do XYZ in classic WoW? It's going to be very clear.
Yeah, whereas, you're like you will have a pre-bis list that like those are the items that you go for and like all that stuff like pre-raid And then your raid bis is like a whole thing, and like trinkets and stuff that you can go get that are gonna like massively change the way you play, and rotations are way more simple in Classic. So in some ways, I think that you would pick it up pretty quickly and be like, cool, I understand what I'm doing. And the leveling in Classic is great because it's very slow paced. It's very like methodical. Things can very easily kill you in the open world, so you do have to be careful of like.
I die so easily.
It's like I can only pull this thing. And like and there's also a lot of like mob density in certain places. So like centaurs, murlocs, stuff like that can kind of overwhelm you very quickly. Resource management is way more important for like your mana and health and all that. So I don't know. I think you would. Well,
at any rate.
I think there would be parts of it that you would like.
We can discuss further in a future episode.
Yeah,
what's the deal with Classic?
Yeah, so they did the roadmap stuff, and this is where we'll get into the people complaining.
Yeah.
Because I'm
sure.
Classic players to me are so funny because they want Classic. That is what they want. No changes, none of that. And yet, all they want is like Classic Plus. Like a totally different game. Like that's what they want.
Right. It's but like they want it like it was, but I want things to be better. But don't make things different in a way I don't want them to be different.
But then there's content patches for Classic are coming out too slowly, or content patches for Classic are coming out too quickly, and it's like
they just want the next patch to be available as soon as they're done with it.
That's the thing though, is like, I don't even know if that's true. Like there's no, and like I feel like there's just always, it's really interesting that there's such a vocal, no changes. We would just want the authentic experience. But now we're bored of the authentic experience and we want something else, right? So the roadmap didn't announce anything new, really. So TBC Classic Anniversary stuff is coming like next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Soon?
Yeah. And so the roadmap was basically just showing the cadence of what they want to do for the patch releases for Burning Crusade Anniversary Classic. And basically the whole BC will be out in a year. Like that's the patch cadence. I've seen people already complaining about that, being like, that is so fast that I'm not going to be able to get geared up in between those patches because they're too quick. And then I've seen other people be like, there's going to be a lot of downtime for us. So I'm not sure like where
everybody wants the Goldilocks fit.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. And then we got the Mist of Pandaria Classic is reaching its end. It's in escalation right now. Is the patch that's about to come out, or comes out in a little bit for like spring, I think, for Mist of Pandaria Classic. And then they didn't announce Warlords of Draenor Classic, which is what comes after Mist of Pandaria. Which I wouldn't expect them to announce something like that.
In that context.
Warlords of Draenor Classic, I could kind of see them announcing here. A lot of Classic players are disappointed about the State of Azeroth because nothing new was announced. And Holly did a little like tease where she was like, and I'm very excited to announce. And somebody like off camera was like, Holly, no. And she was like, oh, I guess we'll have to save that.
Right. I mean, like, obviously they're going to save any huge announcements for BlizzCon because
the one in 6 months, 7 months.
Right. And especially when it's like they have a year's worth of content that they have announced. They gave us the roadmap. They're going to wait until September to share that. Like, that feels very obvious to me. You save the big announcements for the big thing in that calendar year.
Right.
We weren't going to get anything wild from the State of Azeroth. We were going to get like reasonable updates and some cool little new things.
What's weird to me is that the people complaining about the State of Azeroth and like they are treating it like the State of Azeroth is talking about the current state
of the game.
Not
the future of Azeroth.
Not the future of Azeroth, not the, what's next. it's the state of Azeroth, where they are right now and where they are with like just the general plan.
Right.
And yet.
And yet.
And then what's even weirder to me is like, sure, it's a little disappointing when you're like excited for something and then they tell you to be excited later. But like the fact that they didn't announce something at this is actually a really good sign for all of the Classic really players that want Classic Plus. That actually probably means that Classic Plus is real and is going to be announced at BlizzCon, y'all.
Right, just wait and see. Let the hype build. Don't get mad about the hype. Just let the hype build.
Do you really think Blizzard is going to get up on a State of Azeroth and have this tease of an announcement and it be Warlords of Draenor Classic? No, they're just going to tell you. The same way that Holly, like, accidentally in a conversation revealed that Mista Pandaria Classic was coming. Like,
right. It's like, yeah, it was the next on the list.
Right. Like, okay. It's actually, like, a really good sign that they didn't say it now.
Right.
And, like, what do people, like... And even if they did, okay, let's say they, during this roadmap, they were like, and we're hard at work on Classic Plus. Cool. What does that mean, though? Like, obviously, they're going to want to talk about what that means.
Right. It'll be more focused, whether it be, like, focused on BlizzCon or there will be a specific announcement for that in which they will explain more. And it wasn't going to fit in a half hour or an hour feature where they're talking about every single aspect of the game.
Of Azeroth, right. But yeah, people felt like it was like the midnight show or something. And it's like, the modern version of the game that's getting new updates all the time. Yeah. That's,
right, the thing that's releasing
You're playing weeks. Classic, y'all. Like Classic doesn't get updates all the time. It's the Classic game. Like I don't understand how that's like that's what you wanted. That's why you're playing the Classic version of the game is because you don't want updates to it. Like I don't understand what you're doing. Like I don't get it. So yeah, that I just think is really funny.
I love that.
But I think it's a good sign. Like Classic Plus, I'm excited to see what
that could mean.
Because I don't know what else they could have teased in that way.
For that
like
wing of
like
the game.
Look forward to BlizzCon. Like
right.
If it's Warlords of Draenor, that's damn, I take that everything I just said back and like what a bummer.
Right, come back and check out this video in a few months and tell us if we're wrong. Yeah, you can roast him for that.
Yeah. If literally the tease was Warlords of Draenor, please roast the shit out of me for implying that Blizzard was smarter than that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Which, to be fair, no, never mind. Yeah, that, like, I don't really get it. I think it's also just helpful for them to for Classic players to, like, loosely plan their, like, that's what the roadmaps are for, right? And, yeah, I just don't really understand why folks thought that the State of Azeroth was going to be this, like... huge announcement thing, and actually we did get some like pretty gnarly announcements.
Right, there's more announced than I would have expected.
Yeah. Bean decided that he wanted to chew on a bone, which I don't even know where you found that one.
He's very proud though.
So that's pretty much it for Classic on the roadmap, because they just didn't have any news.
Pure.
Making fun of Classic players too much, but you deserve it. And then we had a little bit of, and I understand why this was there, but as somebody that's obviously like playing the game and is aware of what's happening in the game, this part was a little boring for me, was the like what we're currently doing in the game, like the midnight pre-expansion stuff.
Right. It's fine.
I understand why it's there. It's not just for the State of Azeroth is not just for the people that are currently playing the game. It is for the people that might be interested to see what's happening in the game and see if it's something that they want to jump into.
Right. Because I'm sure there are people who play WoW who they finished the expansion and then they're like, cool, I'm out for a couple months, a year until the next thing comes around.
For sure.
This is like the reminder to them of like, hey, there's something to do before the next thing releases.
Yeah. So they talked about the pre-patch event, which they, from last episode, I believe they've buffed pretty substantially.
Yeah.
I think from the last episode that we did.
I think so.
So the pre-patch event is feeling a little better. It's still a little...
boring?
Yeah, I mean, you just go kill rare.
Right, and like, that's fine.
Fine. You can do it or
It was good for... being passive. Like,
yeah, right.
The last time I played it, I was like, I had a library book up on one of my monitors and the game up on the other. I'd go kill the rare, get whatever from it, fly to the next spawn spot, read a few pages of my book. Like, it was great for like being very passive in the game.
And like,
and that worked for me. Yeah.
And like and they buffed the like gear rate that rares drop. So like I have a ton of that catch-up gear now that I can send to alts and stuff. So
cool.
It's doing exactly what it needed to do. It's not a leveling. I still wouldn't say this is like a leveling pre-patch event. But I think that's okay because like Lemix was that. And if you didn't level in Lemix for stuff, then fine. You know, cool. You'll be able to level in Midnight. I guess. I don't know.
There's always time to level.
But yeah, so they just kind of talked about like the current stuff, you know, obviously endeavors are here and like neighborhood and housing stuff is going on. And then they started getting into the roadmap for Midnight, which
I'm sure you have many feelings about.
Oh my God. There was stuff in there that I was like, obviously not expecting them to talk about because again, it's not really about announcements. It's kind of a roadmap. It's saying what their plans are. Typically, the roadmaps are like new zone in this patch. You know, typical stuff. And you watched that one. There was. Did you see anything like on the roadmap that you noticed?
No.
As like a new player, just anything that you would be like, oh, I noticed that like this is a thing.
I don't think so.
No, I wasn't sure if there was like something that you were like.
No, I mean also cool. Like I was watching it. I was watching you watch it, so listening to your commentary on each of the new things.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that's different than me watching it on my own and having feelings about it.
Right. Yeah, so the roadmap basically just kind of laid out, you know, when we can expect certain things. What I was surprised to see is 2.2 or 12.2 is not coming out this year. And I feel like we had talked about it. It's like every 16 weeks is a new patch.
Right.
So I'm bad at math, but I thought that meant we would have gotten like 12.1 and 12.2 within this year, but it doesn't look like that's happening. They obviously showed, you know, 12 point, like right after release of Midnight, they're going to have 12.0.5 on the PTR, so people can check that out, and that will have some stuff in it, including I think like the Friends UI overhaul stuff. I'm not I can't remember exactly what's being introduced in like which patch specifically. And then of course they talked about 12.1, which will have a new zone, more campaign quest, all that stuff, new season, so new dungeon rotation, new raid, all, you know,
Delves.
Typical new delve, hopefully. You know, typical things that you expect in a big 0.1, 0.2 patch, right? And then they introduced something even cooler than that, or actually a little bit before. So 12.0.7 is actually going to have a one boss raid called Sporefall, which is just a little one boss raid.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Interesting. I feel like they're making their raids a little like, I don't know, funky.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they should be making it right. Why not?
Making like little bite-sized raids is really cool. I like when they've done that in the past. I'm excited to see how they kind of implement that now, especially with one that's like, it's not really story related. It's just like a little like side questy raid, which is interesting. And then obviously 12.1, and then 12.1.5, I believe it was, or maybe it was 12.1. They're introducing something called labyrinths. Did you see that?
You're going to love it.
Oh my gosh. Labyrinths are what they're describing as mega delves. They're like the idea, they were inspired by mega dungeons. And these are giant delves that you get to progress like in pieces if you want. Like you can do like a little bit here and there and like come back and finish. You can do it all at once. It's like,
right. Grab what you want and do it.
They also said the reward structure for it is going to be different than current delves. So like who knows what that means? I've seen some people say like they want myth gear. personally I'm against World of Warcraft ever introducing the best gear in the entire game for solo play. I just don't think that that's like healthy for a game like World of Warcraft.
Okay, I can see that.
I think that is like a discussion and an argument that some people might be able to make, but I don't really see that being a thing unless like the solo content is hard enough that where you need to have myth gear to be able to do it. But that
seems unlikely.
Super unlikely.
Yeah, and I feel like especially with them trying to make new ways to find community in WoW, a central tenet of what they're looking at doing, I feel like they would want to, instead of being like, oh, let's give you this thing in solo content, be like, no, let's make it easier for you to find people to do group content with.
Right.
So I feel like they wouldn't do both.
Right.
They would pick one direction or the other.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know. And some people are like, wow, but if the content is hard enough, and it's like, well, sure, but by design, solo content can never be as hard as Mythic Raid or, High Mythic Plus, just on the coordination part alone, right? Of like, you cannot do a Mythic Raid without 20 people. Like, you need to do that. Right. You have to progress it. You have to dedicate the time, all of you, to be able to go in and do something. That's more difficult than a solo experience is ever going to be, that part alone. Right? So, like, why do that besides fun if the rewards you can get from, like, I can just go do something on my own whenever I have time and get the exact same reward. Right. Like, now that dilutes the, like,
the reason for doing the progression.
Right. And like some people just want to do it because they enjoy doing it. And that's great. But it is a video game. And like there are so many like driving factors of why people want to do things in a video game, and like eliminating one of something as core as player progression is like, I don't know. That feels a little So like, yeah, I'm super curious to see what they're going to end up doing with that. If it's going to end up being like a purely cosmetic thing or something for rewards. I kind of hope they don't do that for the Labyrinth. And they're doing the decor hunt is what they're calling it. It's prop hunt. But it's
they're calling it decor hunt?
Decor duels or decor something. Anyway, but it's basically prop hunt. And you get to like hide as like a housing item.
Yeah.
And people have to find you, like that typical.
That's great.
It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
Just like a little mini
like
game
a goofy
type
little
of
thing you can do with your friends.
And that I think is that's like a cool. Yeah. I'm glad that they're doing stuff like that.
Definitely.
You know? Like not everything needs to be
very serious and focused and
Mythic Plus rating.
Right.
PvP.
Like sometimes the things you can add can just be goofy.
Yeah.
And I like that they're doing it across the spectrum of seriousness.
Yeah. And like having something for everybody in World of Warcraft is a good thing. I think that sometimes if you try to make everybody happy, you're going to make no one happy. But if you're able to still do things that are making the people that are interacting with that happy, then that's what matters, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that'll just be a good time. And it doesn't sound like it's that like resource intensive where like Blizzard is like committing a raid tier to be able to make decor hunt, you know?
Right. No.
So
I think little extra.
I think that's cool. But then the biggest thing for me.
Biggest thing. Tell me about the biggest thing, my love.
12.1.5 is doing a raid, a single boss raid, that is a direct continuation of the story of 12.1. So
and that is apparently very unusual.
My brain is now like, what is that boss going to be? If it's so important narratively that it gets its own raid boss tier in the middle of the patches, it's got to be pretty important, or at least like it pivots the expansion, right? Like whatever, in my mind, whatever that is doing,
that's going to like shift the trajectory that you thought you were going through.
Right. So like if
I know you have theories about who and what that will be.
Yeah. Like, okay, so right now
throw it out for the people.
We have whatever 12.1 is, I think is going to be like a raid that I don't know what the end boss of that raid is going to be. It could be Xalatath, But I think it kind of makes more sense that it's something that whatever we do in that raid allows us to confront Xal'atath when she is unable to have any help. She is unable to escape. She is unable to summon more. It is like, we now have to face you. Like, this is like, you can't run. It's just us. And she gets her own like raid tier. Just her. We fight that one boss. I think that it makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
Or we fight her in the previous tier. Something happens where we're able to. I still think this theory might be right. We're able to convert her to light. Light then now dominates everything, which is a problem. And then we realize that's a problem in 12.1.5 when we have to fight some like light thing that's trying to take over.
Interesting.
And like we had a big like theory crafting sesh on stream about what we think is going to happen, because I'm pretty sure like Midnight is going to start with Void. I'm pretty sure.
Aesthetically speaking,
thematically, all of that stuff, I think it's going to start with Void. But I think it's going to switch to Light. And then Light is going to be the main focus of the second half of the expansion, I think is what's about to happen. Because that motif is just, that theme is used so much right now in WoW. So I think that's probably going to be something. And like we were watching Metzin's presentation announcement of Midnight, and he said that we would vanquish the Void forever.
Whoa.
But that something would happen that spirals wildly out of control because of that, which to me would mean light.
Sure.
And then the Titans needing to like respond to that in some way. So then the Titans come to like try to order that, and that's what leads us into Last Titan.
Gotcha.
Is my current
your theory.
headcanon.
Nice.
Yeah, so that, and then like I said, it didn't have any 12.2 stuff, which
sure,
like it's fine, who cares? We did have a little bit of a discussion of like, they said the next major update coming next year, early next year or whatever, and some people were saying that like maybe there won't even be a 12.2, and I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's true. I think that's just like they've always referred to major patches as the next major update.
Sure.
Some people were saying like maybe Last Titan would be early next year then, because BlizzCon would then announce, like would show features off, and I just don't think that that's true. Like I don't. Yeah. I think we'll obviously hear a little bit about Last Titan at BlizzCon, but I think
we might get a release date.
I think we're more going to hear about 12.2 and the end of Midnight stuff, and then and then maybe like just like a little bit.
Like the teaser of what's to come. Right.
Like, because they can show off like zones. Because we know we're going to Northrend, so we know what zones are there. Right. So they can show off like
how things have changed.
Yeah, like the update and all that should be like, oh, this is the new Grizzly Hills, and this is the new. They don't need to really show. They don't need to talk about the story at all yet for that. You know what I mean? They can show, and like maybe there's a new class coming. They can do that, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, so that's. Oh, and then the last thing was that 12.1.7, I believe, they're doing we got a little bit more finally about the standalone game mode that was talked about at PAX East that we've discussed before.
Yes, that one.
And this time they showed concept art, which is literally Sagehold, but like removed from its environment, Stormsong Valley. It's like removed from there, and there's like Drust magic everywhere, and it looks like it's kind of cut into pieces and stuff. So
we'll see.
I'm excited to see.
That
what
was confirmed to be the same thing that they talked about at PAX.
Yeah, it's
and
the same thing.
At PAX it was teased as like a survival mode. No,
that
was the theory.
Scary stories.
Scary
story type of vibe going on.
So could end up survival-ish. We'll see. I guess we'll see.
I think it's going to be like a little Dead by Daylight type of thing, and you have to like escape from the Drust realm, which, if anybody remembers Jaina's amazing cinematic in Battle for Azeroth, she had like this kind of horror dream where she was in the Drust stuff, And like she saw herself as a kid and like saw Arthas and all of this stuff going on.
Whoa.
So like I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like that and we have to escape from
that
Gorok Tool or whatever, who's like chasing, you get to play, like maybe a player gets to play as
that'd be kind of fun.
Tool and chase him. It's a very Dead by Daylight. They get to chase him around. Everybody else has to figure out a way to get out of this realm.
Right.
I think is like, that's what I'm leaning towards as a, but I'm curious to see what it ends up being. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got more news about it because I'm like,
right. You've been itching
May
after
of last
that.
year.
Right. You're like
that's a
you've
long
been saying,
time.
you're like, where is it?
Well, and now we're not getting it until autumn, which makes sense. It's probably going to be tied into like Halloween.
Right. That checks out. You know? Right. Spooky season.
Yeah. So that's probably when they'll do that. But yeah, I think that's
the gist with
I think that's the State of Azeroth. Do you have anything?
Well, there's a new spec?
Yeah, that's part of we already got that.
Oh, we already got that? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far.
That was part of like the pre-expansion stuff that they were talking about. So we have the Devourer, Demon Hunters, and that's
okay. So that's known. We don't have to cover that.
Yeah,
the people have already been in there, done that.
Void Elves can now be Demon Hunters, but after a really short quest line to unlock them.
I like that there's a quest line to.
Yeah, it's very, very, very tiny. I think you have to do there's one that was introduced in Koresh. You have to do that one first, and then it leads to the other one. But if you had already done that, then the quest line that you got on patch is like 2 quests long. It feels a little weird, but
gotcha.
In the full context of
right, it makes sense. Like if I were to go do it, it would make sense.
It would make
but
sense.
Less so for you who already
got
yourself 90% of the way there. Right.
But the full thing makes more sense. And then we get the Haranir in Midnight, and that will be like a little time gated because like they want you to do the campaign because right now the Haranir are isolated. They don't want to be part of our world. Yeah, they're not a mermaid. And then, like, we'll do stuff that will then entice them to, and that's why they'll be playable.
Right.
So it's like a time-gated thing.
Right. So we had to wait until we get the story to the point where they would even want to be interacting with us. Yeah. In the wider.
Yeah. Cool. And then we'll get to play as them.
Yeah.
So like, and that's gonna be really cool. I really like them. Some people don't care about them at all, and I'm like, dude.
Let me at him.
Like, especially culturally already, I'm like, ooh, because you can find them. There's 5 Haranir. We talked about it last podcast, but there's 5 Haranir at each of the world trees, or where there should be a world tree, and you can go find them right now in the game and talk to them and like see what their thoughts are regarding stuff, and it's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Right. Get yourself like kind of geared up for the rest of that storyline.
Because they they're very clearly being like, we need to see. They keep saying our goddess. We need to see what our goddess has created instead of keeping ourselves to one part of what the goddess has created. Which I think is interesting. Like all of this is the goddess's creation. So therefore
all of it can be our world.
Right.
Instead of just their little chunk they've been living in.
That they've been keeping safe.
Ooh. So there's like one more thing to talk about, Cory.
What's that?
The State of Azeroth, the ambassador program.
Oh yeah.
You totally forgot about it.
I did.
It's pretty exciting. So it sounds like there's going to be like a Discord hub run by Blizzard.
Yeah, like an official...
Where new players or anyone looking for community can kind of land. And then there's going to be community ambassadors who are representing different approved Discord communities.
World of Warcraft community Discords can apply for this program. And very important to point out that it is not like creator community Discords. It's something that specifically offers something to the community besides like,
this is where you can hang out with the creator who made it.
It's like, it's not tied to, it shouldn't be, I don't know if Blizzard's going to like end up accepting some creators just because it's a big community or what, but as of right now, it's supposed to just be something that offers like an actual tool or something to the community. So like the secret finding Discord is probably going to be part of that. The Dungeon Dojo is definitely part of that. It's official. It's part of it, which is very exciting.
Yay,
as part
Dojo.
of the Dungeon Dojo ourselves, very excited to see that. And they have a bunch of like incentives for like finding that. But yeah, they'll have a landing page, and then players that are looking for communities will kind of just say a little bit about themselves, what they're looking for, and then that official Blizzard thing will have ambassadors from each of the
approved communities,
and they will respond. Their job is to respond to those people and say, hey, this is, you know, a community on their behalf.
Right, like this could be a really good fit for you, someone who is trying to learn how to do XYZ.
Right.
Go to the dojo and you can join their whatever night raid learning things.
And they'll have incentives too of like providing things for these Discords to give away to members, and besides just what the incentives are for being in that community in the first place, right? Easier time to find groups, people that are a little more like-minded.
Right. But on top of that, like maybe like, oh, in these communities, you can get a pet.
Right.
Or some kind of thing.
Yeah. Giveaways, all that jazz. That will be the ambassador program. There's going to be more, like they have like a big article for it and like people can apply, but it's not, I don't think it's like officially kicked off yet. It's like in its
They're doing the gathering
infancy.
phase. Yeah.
And kind of just like telling people that this is
right. This exists. Is that something that would work for your community to be part of? In which case, let us know.
And I think it's actually especially cool. And this is, you know, my own bias coming through, but I know that this program was actually born out of, like the stuff with the Dungeon Dojo and whatnot of like them experimenting with this like community thing, and like Dungeon Dojo has been on the Battle.net launcher in Europe and all of this stuff, and I know Varya, who's the community manager for the EU, has worked closely with the Dungeon Dojo and of course other Discords, but it definitely feels like this is something that, and Holly herself has like seen the results of these things because they've worked with Varya to hear about you know how they're doing it. And Holly's like loves it, and that's why this is happening.
Right. I mean, I think it bodes well that like Blizzard is looking at these people who play their games in the communities that they're finding value in and finding a way to support those communities. Like that's good for the players. It's good for the company. It just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And what I really want to see, Blizzard, because I know you're obviously listening
right now.
Podcast,
Yes, please.
What I would love to see is a job fair-esque thing at BlizzCon, where each of these communities are represented. They have like a booth or something, and you can come and literally join the Discord right then and there, and like an official Blizzard, like get a bunch of Discords already in the program, set up little booths for them somewhere at BlizzCon, in the hotel stuff sections, whatever, and have them be able to come and talk to liaisons and stuff from that Discord.
Cory, that's so cool.
Right?
That's so smart.
I'm just saying. I think it would be really cool.
That could be
it
super
puts
fun.
a face on it. It's people get to interact in person and see if this is actually something that they, you know, it's so easy to lie about how you are online, and then like they get to actually like meet these people and be like, you know what? Yeah, I actually really liked Wochi from the Dungeon Dojo. He reminds me of Mario and spaghetti, and ravioli. So I want to hang out with him. You know?
I can't believe you read my mind when I first met Wochi, and you're able to just recite exactly the words I thought.
Yeah, well, same brain. So I felt it. Yeah. I was watching her just be like, ravioli, give me the formioli, while talking to Wochi. So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Also, this is neither here nor there, but I did just see that my good friend Dan is having another baby. So huge shout out to Mr. GM. I love you.
Congrats.
Okay, just kidding. We won't end there. Right, the recording ended, but we won't.
Right. We have a few more things to say.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna sign off though, because I think that's the state. That's the state of Azeroth.
We've covered the state of Azeroth.
Deidre, where can they find you?
They can find me at twitch.tv/Mooglesmith.
Mooglesmith. M-O-O
Smith.
G-L-E Smith. S-M-I-T-H.
Wow, you can spell. That's really impressive.
Good.
Wow.
And then you can find me over at discord.gg/MistleDineOnline. And you can come and talk to both of us there.
Yeah, we're there.
We have a section called WoW WTD, which is Wow, what's the deal?
What's the deal?
It's for our podcast. So you can come in and talk
about
the
podcast.
Stuff.
We're talking about all sorts of other things.
Yeah.
Anything. You can just make fun of him all day and everyone will be very happy to join you in that. Anyway.
That's true. And then twitch.tv/MistleDineOnline. And then, of course, if you're listening to these podcasts on Spotify, we're going to, we're still in what I consider preseason. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of work that still has to be done for these podcasts, including thumbnails and all of that, because I don't like ours. But if you want to watch the video of these podcasts, you can find it on youtube.com/MistleDineWow. MISSILDINE. Wow. Is that it?
I think that's it.
What are we going to talk about next week?
I have no idea. That's a problem for next week.
That's a problem for next week.
That's a problem for next week.
Legitimately, I don't think anything
But
is
maybe the people could tell us what they want down in the comments.
Oh, yeah. What do you want to know? What's the deal with?
Yeah.
Or our takes on what's the deal with. Mm-hmm. Not her take, but she probably doesn't have a take.
Yeah, but maybe I could be persuaded.
To have a take?
To have a take. I don't know. I could have a very uneducated statement on many things.
See, the good thing is that eventually during this podcast process, Deidre is going to play enough World of Warcraft where she will have takes, and
I will know what the deal is.
She's gonna know what the deal is. She'll be asking me what's the deal.
No, you'll be asking me what the deal is.
Oh.
You'll be like, Deidre, what's the deal?
Deidre, what's the deal with?
Although we did have something this week with Dragonflight where I did a quest that's in the campaign that you hadn't done before. Yeah. And I spoiled him. I got to spoil Cory on World of Warcraft.
I still haven't done the Blue Dragonflight quest line. She did. Apparently, it's part of the story now. It's part of the campaign, which is really cool.
Which feels very sensible.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing that. It wasn't when I played. And because I wasn't really playing Dragonflight, I just didn't go do side quest at the time that released.
Yeah, I'm just better at Dragonflight lore than you, I guess.
That's true.
I know it all. Almost.
Except for
the names of many
anything regarding a Ridicron, if he did talk to somebody or not, no idea.
Who knows?
Viranoth. Got it.
All right. Anyway, now that we know the names of the characters.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.